Hello and welcome to an overview of the OneSource Connector for Eloqua, which fuels Oracle Marketing Cloud applications with deep B2B account insights and predictive indicators from the Avention OneSource platform. The OneSource Connector for Eloqua solves three key use cases. The first two leverage the OneSource product platform, and the last one leverages our API connector. Each of them use our App Cloud service to enrich records within Eloqua using user-defined field mappings. First, prospect within OneSource and send leads to Eloqua, enriching them within Eloqua with our App Cloud service. Second, upload a list from another source into OneSource, match it to our company database, and send it to Eloqua for further enrichment. And third, enrich web form leads within Eloqua with Avention company data. First, let's walk through how to build targeted lists with OneSource's intuitive search interface. Our list building functionality showcases the most commonly used search fields while providing quick access to the more than 175 search fields available. Let's start with identifying a set of companies to target, then layer on a possible decision maker as a second step. Clicking on the Search and Build a List menu, then selecting companies, I'm presented with the company search form. Starting with the location criteria, the most commonly used criteria display above the fold. To access all of the location fields, I'll simply click the Additional Fields link to expand it. I'd like to build a list of companies that are located in the states of New York and Connecticut. As I enter this criteria, the results count dynamically changes to display the count of companies in OneSource that match my selections. To continue targeting my list, I'm also interested in focusing on companies with more than 125 employees that have more than 25 corporate family members in their tree. Next, I'd like to find those that are parent companies. I also know that my version of OneSource allows me to search for companies that are using specific technologies, and I want to focus my results on only those companies who are using Oracle. Last, I want to add a filter for companies that are opening new facilities, so I'll go to the Business Signals section, and under Growth, I'll select the Opening New Facilities option. At this point, I've entered all of my desired search criteria, so I'll click the View Results button to view the matching companies in OneSource. Now that I've narrowed in on the companies I want to target, I need to determine who to market to at those companies. Depending on how you like to work, you could have started this process with Search and Build a List of contacts instead of companies. I wanted to focus on my company set and getting the right targets there first, so I will now use the Find Matching Companies link to target my decision makers. As a result, I'm presented with a list of all the contacts that work for the companies in my targeted search. At this point, I'd like to further refine my list using contact criteria, so it is focused on vice presidents in IT who have available email addresses. If I intend to populate Eloqua with this list, including the Email Available Yes filter, will ensure none of the records are rejected later in the process. Now that I've applied the desired additional filters, I'll click the View Results button to see my final list of contacts. Now I've successfully built my list, and I have a few options that will allow me to work with the results. I can save these companies to a new list, or I can add them to an existing list. I can create a smart list, which is a dynamic list of these companies based on the search criteria I used to build it. I'll save a smart list called New York, Connecticut companies using Oracle. Once I create this smart list, the OneSource application will continually search for any new items that match my search criteria. When new companies are found, the smart list will automatically update with the new items, and I can be notified about new opportunities through my in-product notifications and an email alert. An exciting feature for Eloqua users is the Send to Eloqua option. When enabled, this feature checks a user's Eloqua credentials and sends this list of contacts directly to Eloqua as a shared list. Within Eloqua, a few easy steps enable this list to be enriched with customized field mappings. First, add the shared list to a segment, then drop the segment into a campaign and connect the OneSource app. Configure the field mappings as desired, and add any additional action steps to the campaign in terms of lead routing or other rules. The previous example illustrates the power of leveraging the more than 50 million companies and 70 million contacts in the Avention database with our myriad of search criteria. However, as a marketer, my lists come from many places: webinars, trade shows, or even list buys. The OneSource Connector for Eloqua enables uploading an outside list, matching them to the OneSource company database, then sending them to Eloqua to leverage the App Cloud service as just demonstrated. Let's take a quick look at the list upload process. From the menu bar, I select Upload a New List. OneSource walks me through the required columns of information. In this case, I need to make sure my CSV file has columns for company name, city, and country. Additional address fields will improve my match rates, and any other fields in the file can be mapped as custom fields. Custom contact fields like name, title, and email address will display in the company card and accompany the list when it ultimately is sent to Eloqua. I select the list that I want to upload, validate the column headings that OneSource detected, and begin import. Once the upload completes, I'm alerted to the number of companies that OneSource was able to match and alerted on those that were not. When I navigate to the new list, I see that the unmatched records display in my uploaded list so that these can be sent through to Eloqua along with the matched records. I also see the contact details that carried through as custom data fields from my original CSV file. This list is now ready to be sent to Eloqua just like in the previous example. Web form enrichment, which is the third element of the OneSource connector for Eloqua, leverages the Avention global dataset to match on a minimal set of company fields, company name and country. Capturing additional address fields like city will increase the likelihood that the right company is matched to the lead. The match record can then be enriched with company data using the same App Cloud Action service that I highlighted in the Send to Eloqua use cases. This solution improves conversion rates by only asking for minimal information on your web forms and leverages Avention's robust data to provide the rest of the information required for lead routing. I hope this overview gives you a sense of the power and time savings of combining Avention OneSource's robust data and search capabilities with your Eloqua marketing platform.